Now at 4 News Now at 6, Head Start in limbo. Regional Head Start offices suddenly shut down, leaving programs scrambling for answers. What this could mean for families who are already struggling to get by.
It's been a roller coaster day of weather. I'm tracking showers, thunderstorms, and possible snow before the weekend warm-up in your First Alert forecast.
This will be indeed the golden age of America.
President Donald Trump reveals his new tariffs plan on all imported goods and even tougher tariffs on countries like China. We'll break down the numbers and the impact this could have on your wallet. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
The regional staff tried to get into the Seattle office and were locked out.
The future of Head Start programs in the Inland Northwest are in limbo, with the Department of Health and Human Services ordering the regional office for Washington and Idaho to be shut down.
Head Start is a federally funded program that helps families prepare kids for kindergarten. These kids are usually from low-income families, homeless, or have special needs. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. While the program itself is not losing any funding, closing these offices can lead to major issues. Our Derek Strom spoke with local Head Start officials about the program's murky future.
There's been zero communication on any alternative contacts now that our regional office is closed.
Head Start programs across the Northwest are left in the dark now that the regional office that served Washington, Idaho, Oregon, and Alaska is closed. 4 other regional offices around the country closed with no notice, and local programs are unsure how it will affect them.
If the administration, I think, knew maybe about the impacts of how these cuts are going to, hobble Head Start programs and make things difficult, they may have chosen a different path, but there's been zero communication from the Office of Head Start.
The Washington State Association of Head Start says closing the regional offices will make it more difficult for Head Start programs to get the grant funding they need. Regional offices also help with training and technical assistance for Head Start providers.
We don't know what to do. We're just waiting for some sort of correspondence. And there wasn't even correspondence that they were shutting them down. We learned that through the National Head Start Association, which is a membership organization like mine.
The Head Start program here at Spokane Community College and nearby at North Idaho College aren't expecting any changes to their Head Start programs right now, but there are concerns about the future of funding for Head Start, which helps support 3- and 4-year-old preschool children.
I had a program that reached out and said, my refrigerator is on the brink. I need to keep the food cold for these kids. I don't have an approval from the regional office to move ahead and purchase a refrigerator for these kids.
The Idaho Head Start Association says one local Head Start program was trying to spend some of its federal grant money last week, but now it's unsure if it can get access to that money with the regional office closing. There's 70 Head Start programs across 4 states that reported to the regional office in Seattle. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, a 19-year-old and a 1-year-old were almost hurt in a drive-by shooting on Saturday in Moses Lake while they were asleep. Investigators say a bullet came within 3 feet of them.
Police believe this shooting was in response to another shooting that killed a 14-year-old on March 21st. On your screen right now is a picture of all of the guns police say they found at a suspect's home that may have been used in the shooting. A 14-year-old, a 17-year-old, and 18-year-old Mario Pichardo have been arrested. They're facing charges of first-degree assault and drive-by shooting. All right, we have some beautiful spring weather on the way.
Our team of weather experts says we have rain and even some snow to get through first. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with a very green radar behind you, Chris.
Yes, we have had some scattered showers around the region, as well as brief heavy downpours and some isolated thunderstorm activity right around the Spokane area right now. We're seeing a little bit of light rain, a little bit further out, and some stronger areas of precipitation further to the north and west. All of this is moving almost directly to the east, but is also beginning to really taper off as we get closer to sunset and lose our daytime heating. We did have a little bit of thunderstorm activity around the Deer Park area and points to the west, including some hail and a few cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, but all of that is beginning to taper off as well. Our forecast radar, as we go through the night, we start to see things dry out by midnight, and then redevelop, especially down on the Palouse and in the central panhandle, where because of the timing, this is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we could see a little bit of snow. Nothing that's going to accumulate, but you might notice it. And then the showers redevelop as we get into tomorrow afternoon, although on a very limited basis. This evening, a slight chance of rain through 7 o'clock, and then we are drying out and cooling down. Morning lows down around freezing. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The next time you go to a concert or a game in Spokane, the way you pay for parking will be different.
The city of Spokane is introducing new kiosks on the North Bank meant to make parking easier. The old parking meters were installed in the 90s. These new kiosks are solar powered, take up less space, and have more payment options for customers. The best part, the cost will not be going up. It will be the same.
They limited the ways of payment, whether it was just coin and the mobile app. Now you also have a point of sale with your credit card as well, touchless to add.
The city says one of the goals is to have better turnover for businesses. Director of Code Enforcement, Luis Garcia, says all of the money collected in these spots goes right back into the area for things like lighting and public safety.
Spokane's new policy to curb illicit drugs in downtown Spokane is now in effect. Businesses selling paraphernalia that can be used for drugs must also make Narcan available now. A dose of Narcan can save someone who's overdosed and dying. The city's voluntary no single-serve alcohol sales between midnight and 2 a.m. is also in effect now. If it helps cut down on trash in the downtown core, the city may move to make the ban permanent, but that has to go through the state.
A Spokane research facility focused on mining safety is shutting down.
The impact this could have on workers' health nationwide coming up.
They're not supposed to want to be around people. You'd think they'd leave, but they're not.
Why wildlife experts say this encounter in Colville is unusual and what you need to know if you come face to face with a wolf.
And the Spokane Cares program is growing. How the expansion aims to fight the opioid crisis and connect more people to life-saving help. That's next on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Three Dog Night, coming to the First Interstate Center for the Arts June 14th.
What if you could get brand new windows, entry doors, or patio doors now and pay nothing for 18 months? That's right. Pay nothing until October 2026. No money down, no payment, and no interest. Zero, zilch, nada. Don't wait. Your home deserves this upgrade, and your wallet will thank you. This deal is here for a limited time only. Call Renewal by Anderson today and get 20% off your entire project.
That's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 10th. A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up for a one-day Coats for Kids closet cleanout. Gather up your gently used winter jackets and donate them Thursday, April 17th. Go to KXLY.com for a list of STCU locations.
Next, ET, more CinemaCon exclusives from Las Vegas.
I loved working with Keanu.
From Ana de Armas to the new cast of Superman, plus John Hamm and Olivia Munn talk their TV hookup.
Hi.
Next, ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
We're on with what's new this morning. What's happening now.
And what's next for you?
Get what's new now and next at 5 and 6 a.m. right here.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long. Good Morning Northwest and GMA.
A local group is advocating for safer streets across Spokane, and they're asking the city for help.
This comes in the wake of several deadly traffic crashes here in Spokane. One of those crashes happening just last week at the intersection of Market and Francis. Madeline Mullins joins us live. And Madeline, how does this group plan to make our streets and that intersection safer?
Well, Spokane Reimagine is looking for change, immediate change. They're asking that following a deadly incident like what happened at this intersection right behind me, the city put in traffic calming infrastructure to ensure that that deadly crash does not happen again.
At its core, Spokane is made up of dangerous streets.
That is why Eric Lowe of Spokane Reimagined is hard at work, advocating for improvements like here at Market Street in Hilliard.
This is a very high-risk area, particularly for pedestrians, because it encourages fast driving through the use of these one-ways and through the transition from 20 miles an hour to 30 miles an hour to 35 miles an hour.
In the resolution Lowe will be bringing to City Council, he wants the city to put up these vigil cones immediately following a traffic death as a way to signal to other drivers that someone died there. Then, he wants traffic safety measures to go up as soon as possible to prevent another crash from happening.
Narrowing lanes, slowing traffic through reducing speed limits.
And it's not just this intersection that Lowe believes is dangerous, but the whole Market Haven Street couplet. The Northeast Youth Center, which is located between the two major streets, agrees.
So we are always looking out for the safety of our children, and because of our location, we're a little bit challenging in that area.
Lowe says he hopes this resolution will encourage the city to move faster when it comes to implementing safety measures.
At the location of traffic fatalities, because that's objectively somewhere that is dangerous for all road users.
This resolution is being presented to the Neighborhood Council Community Assembly tomorrow evening. Before neighborhood councils will vote on this, and then it will be put in front of City Council for consideration. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. More services are being made available for people impacted by the opioid crisis, thanks to the expansion of a social work program embedded within the Spokane Fire Department.
Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards explains what the growth of the Community Assistance Response Team, also known as CARES, means for the safety of our community.
Right now, I'm with the CARES team in action as they make their way for a visit. Now, in the morning, the team looks through the referrals that were made the night before from 911 calls. Once those come through, they start to look at where the people impacted are located to make their visits. That could be at a person's home, a shelter, or even a hospital.
We get to be in a unique position where we get to really meet clients where they're at.
When a 911 call is made, there are certain things that go beyond the expertise of a first responder. That is where the CARES team steps in, bridging the gap between who the fire department sees and the resources that person may need.
We're trying to make contact with people and really work alongside them.
Sarah Foley started on the CARES team 7 years ago as the only full-time employee. She has since seen the number of referrals coming in more than double. Thanks to this expansion, she is now finally joined by 3 staff members.
I got the opportunity to work here as a student before and kind of watch a little bit of that development of this expansion, which is really exciting.
Stephanie Manning and Jody Lynn Bolton, 2 new members on the CARES team, say being out in the field has proven the need for this work.
Resources have gaps no matter what setting they're in, and this is the sole purpose of this is to fill those gaps.
For Foley, getting to this point of having a full team has been a long time waiting, as it not only takes some weight off the shoulders of first responders, but also
meet the needs of our most vulnerable populations. Everybody benefits when everybody is well and safe, and that is what we want to do.
Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Your Thursday planner, look for a mix of sun and clouds and the possibility of some showers once again in the afternoon. A high of 53, exactly average. We're headed to above average temperatures in the 7-day forecast. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Summit Cancer Centers.
Residential Home Solutions is excited to announce our Win 25 and 25. This spring, you have a chance to win $25,000 in new windows and entry doors installed by our truly local company. To qualify, you must meet the following: be a homeowner and live in our region. No purchase is necessary to enter, and we provide free estimates to show what you could win. Go to residentialhs.com to enter or call 509-892-6460. Win 25 and 25 with Residential Home Solutions. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make 2 feel like 1, or simply be a helping hand. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin. And fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
The smart thermostat just got smarter, and Bill's Heating and AC wants you to experience the difference. For a limited time, get the brand new Nuvei Smart Thermostat free with every full system tune-up. And that tune-up is just $59. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, total control of your home's comfort, and prevent costly breakdowns, all with one phone call. Call 208-777-5528 to claim this limited time offer.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
All right, welcome back. Here's a live look at the Spokane Arena where fans are trickling in for Game 3 between the Spokane Chiefs and the Vancouver Giants in the first round of the WHL playoffs. Of course, they had to play the first 2 games on the road because of the NCAA Women's Tournament being there this week, and even though they're the higher seed. So, thankfully, they did well in those first 2 games.
Yeah, and that crowd is back with them. And
oh, my goodness, yes.
Chris Crocker here. We're usually doing a little bit of a mini forecast for those fans about whether they're going to walk out in the soggy rain or if it'll be a dry walk.
They might get sprinkled on as they leave, but for the most part, we are drying out. It's mostly cloudy right now in Spokane, but those clouds look like they could still produce an isolated sprinkle. 45 degrees for an overnight low. It's cloudy and 45 in Coeur d'Alene. Roads are still wet from some showers in the last hour, and it is raining right now on 4th of July Pass. You can see the raindrops on the camera here looking over I-90, and the darn cones are up. It just adds to the frustration, doesn't it, of wet roads and construction, but we're happy they're doing it. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a chilly Thursday morning. Some locations getting down below freezing. We do have a few more showers on Thursday, but it is going to be warmer, sunny on Friday, and that takes us into that gorgeous weekend we've been talking about all week. Hour by hour, your forecast for tomorrow, most likely starting off with dry conditions in Spokane. There is a chance of showers in the morning down on the Palouse. 33 at 7. We'll be in the 40s by 10 a.m. We start to bring a slight chance of showers into the forecast by noon. A better chance in the afternoon that you may run into some isolated shower activity, and then that does taper off tomorrow evening. 53 for a high. That is exactly average. We have high pressure tracking our weather pattern, building in jet stream level winds, showing that high pressure asserting itself just in time for the weekend, keeping the storms away and promoting a warming trend that's only going to last through Sunday. In fact, late Sunday, you may start to see the clouds increasing, and then it's a chance of rain on Monday. Tomorrow morning, it is going to be chilly. 31 in Deer Park and Spirit Lake. We'll be in the mid-30s for 9 Mile, 34 in Spokane Valley, 35 in Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Spangle. We'll also be down below freezing in Colville and Winthrop, 31 in Pullman. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 40s, 50s, and even 60 degrees in Grand Coulee and Moses Lake with a lot of sunshine. 58 in Lewiston with some showers. Thursday's highs right around the Spokane area will be in the 50s, 55 in Meade and Spokane Valley, 48 the exception at Spirit Lake. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Just a 20% chance of measurable rain on Thursday, sunshine Friday, Saturday, and most of the day Sunday. Then the clouds increase late in the day with a pretty good chance of showers on Monday. And then we start drying out again, heading into the middle of what for many kids is spring break week. The way I figure it, have them clean their rooms on Monday with the showers, and then have some fun outside the rest of the week. Kirsten.
Oh, yeah. But I can convince them to do that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Chris said.
Well, a Spokane research facility that's dedicated to minor safety research is laying off all of its employees and shutting down at the end of June.
This comes as the federal government implements budget cuts. Marissa Rio spoke to an impacted employee and shares why he says this can be dangerous for many American workers.
Right next to Camp Chevrolet in the Logan neighborhood is this facility here, the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH.
This facility does safety research for high-risk industries like mining, oil and gas extraction, commercial fishing, and wildland firefighting.
This is Seth Finley. He's an engineering technician at this facility, but spoke with us as a representative of the workers here. He's also the chief steward of Local 1916.
We're losing close to 100 people who have dedicated decades of their lives and are enthusiastic about the research we do here.
He now fears for the safety of many American workers once this facility closes its doors.
And what this will do is put the American worker at greater risk of injuries and fatalities without us having to do the research.
After our interview, Seth walked back to the facility where he helps with some of that research.
And we're looking at the heat exposure of mine workers that are down at deeper and deeper levels, and those increase in temperatures as they get deeper.
Without this facility or its employees, Finley says that research will stop. We spoke with another employee last month who was laid off from this facility in February. She had similar concerns. I also spoke with the American Exploration and Mining Association, which represents the mineral industry, today over the phone. An official said they are not in favor of these cuts, as NIOSH plays an important role in miner safety. I reached out to many mining companies based in Washington and in Idaho to see how this could impact their workers, and while many didn't get back to me, a few, including Hecla, declined to comment. In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
A push to charge drivers an annual fee based on how fuel efficient your car is in Washington.
Why some say this plan goes too far. And 8 families who lost everything in the Gray and Oregon road fires are finally getting a fresh start. How county leaders and a local organization stepped in to keep construction on track. That's coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here,
from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
This week, what does Elizabeth Moss and the cast of The Handmaid's Tale want you to know about the final season?
Don't cut this part, okay? This is all going on the air.
What will they reveal?
It's just the emotion of it is so close.
Don't miss them on
Good Morning America.
The DQ Freezer is opening again to bring back our most wished-for Blizzard flavor.
Freezer clear?
Just in time for our 85th birthday.
I wonder what it's gonna be. I wish that it... You can't say a wish out loud. It won't come true.
The Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat is back, filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. All that's missing is a candle.
This is what I wish for.
Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ Freezer closes.
What if you could get brand new windows, entry doors, or patio doors now and pay nothing for 18 months? That's right. Pay nothing until October 2026. No money down, no payments, and no interest. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Don't wait. Your home deserves this upgrade, and your wallet will thank you. This deal is here for a limited time only. Call Renewal by Anderson today and get 20% off your entire project.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema with Dupixent as they welcome the feeling of touch with clear skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal their skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's doctor about Dupixent.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
All right, check this out. Many people saw this animal yesterday next to Colville High School. It appears to be a wolf, which is causing concern in the Colville community. People are now questioning why this animal came so far into town.
And since the sighting, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife have been working to confirm if it is in fact a wolf, urging people in the meantime to stay away if they see one and report it. Hunter Bertram was in Colville today showing us just how close this suspected wolf came to a high school soccer game.
Here at Colville High School, yesterday a soccer game was being played on this field. And when halftime came around, there was commotion going on in the field right next to it. And when people looked over, they saw what appeared to be a wolf.
I think it's terrible. It scares me to death.
Wolves are uncommon in northeastern Washington, but it is uncommon for them to be here, in between a high school and a golf course. Seen at a time, both were bustling with people.
Well, we were supposed to walk today, and I don't know that we can.
Jamie Rain walks the Rotary Trail in Colville almost daily. It runs through the same area where the suspected wolf was.
I've lived here for 46.5 years and never seen a wolf. Don't want to see one, especially in my town.
She fears taking her toddler granddaughter there now, worried she'll run into a wolf face to face.
And they're not supposed to want to be around people. You'd think they'd leave, but they're not.
Rain's right. It's uncommon for a wolf to be so close to where tons of people are. Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife say, telling me they noticed something off with this suspected wolf. The collar around its neck isn't theirs. Fish and Wildlife routinely collar and track wolves in the area.
They need to not be so close to a community.
Fish and Wildlife says there was some tracked wolf activity in the area back in early March, but none had been tracked there yesterday. The Stevens County Sheriff's Office is investigating potential domestic dogs matching the reported sighting, but hasn't found any evidence so far. If you do happen to come across a wolf, don't run or turn your back. Instead, back away slowly while keeping eye contact. Try to look bigger and make some noise to scare it off. In Colville, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, new tax proposals aim to close a massive budget shortfall in Washington, but could they shake up the state's economy?
Governor Bob Ferguson weighs in and why major companies are sounding the alarm. Coming up. Plus, President Trump's announcement of new tariffs on everyday products. Who experts say will really be covering the increased cost on imported goods next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 10th. A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows, made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate. Ask about our current rebate offers for each window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
At Denver Mattress, comfort comes easy, but peace of mind is a bit tricky. And no, we can't give you a bedside psychoanalyst. Beat it, Sigmund. But you can rest easy knowing every mattress is backed by our 365-night Better Sleep guarantee. And during the spring clearance sale, find huge savings on clearance throughout the store, like up to 50% off select Sealy hybrid mattresses. Or score 48 months no interest and free shipping. Comfort, peace of mind, and a great night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
When I became president, I asked about the secrets. Aliens, Bigfoot, who killed JFK.
The president was trying to warn me. He knew something.
The biggest secret in the history of mankind. Right under your nose.
What aren't you telling me?
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again.
President Donald Trump revealed his new sweeping tariff plan. The president promising his plan will boost American manufacturing and punish companies that use foreign-made products.
But others say it's the American people who will be hurt the most by these tariffs. CNN's Karen Caifa explains.
President Donald Trump on Wednesday said he is standing up for the American worker, declaring a national economic emergency and reshaping global trade with a sweeping tariff plan that economists are concerned could stifle consumer spending and economic growth.
It's our declaration of economic independence. For years, hardworking American citizens were forced to sit on the sidelines as other nations got rich and powerful, much of it at our expense. But now it's our turn to prosper, and in so doing, use trillions and trillions of dollars to reduce our taxes and pay down our national debt.
Trump's plan places at least a 10% tariff on almost all imported goods coming into the United States. Those tariffs will take effect Saturday, April 5th. For countries with higher trade deficits with the U.S., the rates are higher. Those reciprocal tariffs take effect April 9th. Trump said China faces a 34% tariff, Japan 24%, and goods from the European Union 20%. The EU, Mexico, Canada, China, Japan, and South Korea have all pledged to respond to their respective tariffs. Trump's tariffs mean the price of importing a good into the U.S. goes up, and someone has to pay that added cost. It's typically a combination of businesses and consumers who pay, but economists worry about the short-term impact of businesses and consumers having to spend more after already weathering recent elevated inflation. If consumer spending is stifled, so is economic growth. Also taking effect on Thursday, President Trump's 25% tariffs on imported vehicles that could drive up the price of new and used cars. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Washington U.S. Senator Patty Murray released a statement about the president's plan, reading in part, quote, Trump's ham-fisted, utterly pointless tariffs are a tax that families in Washington state will pay on nearly everything they buy, whether at the grocery store, the car dealership, or your neighborhood coffee shop. Let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, the showers of today are beginning to taper off. They won't go away completely. And if you do happen to have a shower tomorrow morning, it may fall in the form of a little bit of snow. Nothing to shovel. That is for certain. The showers have been very hit and miss, and right around the Spokane area, some of the more intense areas of showers and even thunderstorms have tapered off completely. We're seeing some rain up around the Rathdrum area, down toward Rockford. Right in Spokane, however, we are clearing out fairly nicely with just a sprinkle or two. Here's a view from Hayden right now, US 95 and Lancaster Road. The roads are still wet from a shower passing earlier. You may still have some rain yet in the next hour as these showers move your direction. Over the next 12 hours, our chance of precipitation goes from 40% here in this hour down to 20 by 8, and then it's 0 overnight and into a chilly early morning. We'll be starting the day off at 33 degrees in Spokane, a mix of sun and clouds. A little bit warmer, a high of 53, which is exactly average. Best chance to see a passing shower between about 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and some Wildlife Wednesday photos in just a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. Well, the yearly cost of owning a car in Washington could soon go up.
Some lawmakers in Olympia are pushing for an annual fee based on your car's fuel efficiency. Albert James explains.
The transportation system, a good, well-conditioned transportation system, doesn't come for free.
House Transportation Chair Democrat Jake Five Tacoma says transportation project costs have gone up while revenue from gas taxes has gone down. Aside from an increase in the gas tax and other car-related fees, he's proposing a new highway use fee to bring in more revenue for transportation projects. The fee would be collected when a driver renews their registration and calculated using a formula based on a car's combined fuel economy rating, with more fuel-efficient cars paying a higher fee.
The top range is maybe $75 to $100 if you get a very, very efficient vehicle. But if you're like at 27 miles per gallon, it's probably maybe 10, 15 bucks.
The fee is similar to FI's previous road usage charge proposal, which would have annually charged people based on how much they drive. He argues with gas tax revenues falling because of how efficient cars have become, the highway use fee targets those who get to fill up less often and therefore pay less to preserve roads.
It's basically a way to offset the losses from our gas tax revenue. And from the very people that are benefiting from the efficiency, but not paying their fair share of the cost to maintain the transportation system.
The fee wouldn't apply to cars that get less than 25 miles per gallon and those that are electric or a plug-in hybrid. Instead, electric cars have their own registration and renewal fees that would now be increased by inflation.
It's very straightforward, very easy to do, so something that may be taken into consideration over time.
Republican ranking member Andrew Barkis previously said the highway use fee was a better alternative to a road usage charge. But while new revenue is needed, he argued any new fees or increased taxes would come at a bad time for affordability.
It's not just a gas tax, it's a highway user fee that's built in. There's weight fees, there's sales tax increases. It's about 10 different pieces of fees and taxation that are going to be imposed in order to make this budget work.
A committee vote for the highway use fee has not yet been scheduled. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, the highway tax is just one of the new taxes being considered in Olympia. Some Democratic lawmakers want to create a wealth and payroll tax to help close the $16 billion budget deficit.
But dozens of major companies say this plan threatens the state's economic stability. Companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Alaska Airlines, and many others sent a letter to Governor Bob Ferguson to review and revise the tax budget proposals. The letter suggests tech jobs would leave the state if this plan is approved. Now, this letter comes as Ferguson went against his own party and said he would veto any spending package that includes a wealth tax. The governor says this tax would most likely be challenged in court, would be difficult to enforce, and has failed in other countries.
We need to make a sustainable plan now that Washingtonians can rely on. We need to use the time we have, just a few more weeks, to make a plan using revenue sources we are confident will hold up in court. And we can do that by working together.
Lawmakers have to pass a budget to the governor before the session ends on April 27th.
Well, several families whose homes were ravaged by fire in the Oregon Road and Gray fires, are just weeks away from having a new place to call home.
It's a moment wildfire survivors have been waiting for more than a year and a half. But in order to make it happen, the county had to find a way to fill a $65,000 gap in funding. Jordan Smith shows us the quick thinking that helped keep this timeline on track.
My entire family did lose 5 homes in that fire. And I have lost everything I've ever known in my entire life.
The anguish and devastation of the Gray and Oregon Road fires still very present with the survivors who lost everything. The woman you just heard from, one of many in that boat, she spoke to the county commissioners last week about the hardships of rebuilding, particularly without insurance.
I paid off my home as diligently as I could, but because it was a manufactured home, as soon as I did, I was dropped from insurance and unable to find insurance because it was a manufactured home.
The Spokane Regional Long-Term Recovery Group has been working nonstop to help. They're in the home stretch on completing 8 brand new homes for underinsured families who have been fighting week after week to stay afloat. 6 will be built in Elk, 2 in Medical Lake. But construction crews ran into about a $65,000 budget shortfall, so Spokane County and Innovia stepped in to help foot the bill.
Kind of got the mind turning a little bit as to how we could help out.
George Dahl with Housing and Community Development heard about the shortfall and stepped up.
And so we're putting $40,000 of our funding into this project, and Innovia's matched that with another $40,000.
$80,000 ready to go towards the completion of these homes. The money, which stems from the sales and use tax designed for the creation of affordable housing, will pay for the finishing touches of paint, trim work, and miscellaneous touch-ups needed before these folks can move in. Most of these houses will be good to go by the end of April. The goal is to have this round of homes completed by the end of July. For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
All right, the Spokane Chiefs return to their home ice tonight for the postseason.
They host the Vancouver Giants in Game 3 of the first round, Jack.
This arena is sure to be booming tonight, and after the break, you can hear from the Chiefs their perspective of playoff atmospheres ahead of their postseason battle back at home.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Renewal by Anderson.
So Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle, better than an average vehicle?
It starts with longevity. 97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. Every certified pre-owned Subaru gets a 152-point inspection where anything that doesn't meet our high standards is repaired or replaced.
If you're in the market for a Subaru, don't compromise on quality or affordability. Come see our huge selection of vehicles and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
You're busy, so at Car Wash Plaza, we're open 24/7 to match your schedule. Plus, we have safety surveillance lights and security cameras throughout the facility. It's easy with multiple payment options, cash, debit, or credit. There's even more reasons to visit our Car Wash Plaza. Our discount cars ensure major savings, and they're good at all our locations.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up for a one-day Coats for Kids closet clean-out.
Gather up your gently used winter jackets and donate them Thursday, April 17th. Go to KXLY.com for a list of STCU locations.
92.9 CCU.
What about now? Is that what a thief looks like? Eyes were softer. Can I just... This is him. This is the guy. You need an eye exam. Wait weeks for an appointment? No, that's criminal.
Word on the street is at Stanton Optical, you don't have to wait for an eye exam. That way, you don't miss important details like faces. 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79 all same day. Stanton Optical. Easy as our thing.
Hot
Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Cooney County Fairgrounds. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Spokane Chiefs are locking in for tonight's playoff game against the Vancouver Giants in Spokane. They made pretty quick work in Canada, taking both game 1 and 2, and could be on the cusp of a sweep if they can win tonight. Spokane hasn't won a playoff game at home since March 2019. That year they made a Western Conference Finals run, which ended with a loss to these same Giants. Chiefs have their highest attendance number at over 15 years and expect to have a rowdy and active crowd at Spokane Arena tonight. We spoke with the players ahead of tonight on what they're most excited about seeing their home barn rocking.
This is the hardest rink to play in, I think. Our fans are incredible. They're so loud. I couldn't even imagine playing against a team in this rink. But, you know, if we have a full crowd and they're buzzing, we're going to be buzzing and we're going to be ready to go.
Spokane hasn't won any playoff series in a sweep since the 2008 Memorial Cup run, a promise, not a jinx. And they still have 2 big games to go, though, to break that drought. Puck Drop is just minutes away. We'll have highlights from a pivotal Game 3 tonight on Nightside. Eastern Washington football is about halfway through their spring schedule, hitting drills and each other as they prep for their first scrimmage this Friday. EWU finished last season a rocky 4-8, but they fell on the wrong side in many close games, going 1-3 in one-possession games. Team spoke with us today about how they can work well this spring and transition a positive spring start into the fall.
The field is for everybody. Everybody needs to gain confidence. So right now we're working on building that confidence back, being confident in our coaches, being confident in ourselves as well.
Just bouncing back, looking back at what didn't work last year, switching things around. And we've been doing that this spring, and I feel like it's going to be good for us.
The Eagles have their first full-speed scrimmage of the season, like I mentioned, this Friday in Cheney. They're all slowly preparing for the 2025 season kickoff in August at Incarnate Word. Spokane Indians just a couple days away from opening day. Team gearing up for a Northwest League title defense, starting with a battle against the Everett Aqua Sox. Spokane's 66-game season runs from Friday through the first weekend of September. A lot of time for baseball, and the Indians' 30-man roster featuring many low-A Fresno Grizzlies players getting their shot at high A. First pitch against Everett is 6:35 p.m. on Friday. And in sticking in baseball, Seattle Mariners closing out their series against the Detroit Tigers in an early game today in Seattle. They get the rebound. 3-2 win, an excellent pitcher's duel between Luis Castillo and Cy Young winner Trix Skubal. Now, the M's still dropped the series 2-1. They travel to Motown in mid-July, and we'll have highlights of this one coming up on Nightside. So Chiefs playoffs in just a few minutes. I really couldn't stress more. Playoff hockey is the best.
And the chance to go up 3-0 is pretty huge, too.
Pretty helpful.
Sounds like it's going to be loud also.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
All right, Chris. 4 things to know about your weather. Chilly Thursday morning. We'll be down around freezing. A few more showers, mainly in the afternoon. Warmer, sunny on Friday, and then we're heading into that gorgeous weekend. I'll have your 7-day forecast and some Wildlife Wednesday photos after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This super weekend, the CalCars Superstores are having a 48-hour power sale where all lifted and loaded trucks and sporty fun SUVs are getting specially priced to sell fast. Plus, $48 down is all you need. Our goal, sell 48 vehicles this Friday and Saturday, and all offers will be considered. At CalCars, we want you to like the deal and love your wheels.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On Site.
Whether you're in the market for affordable furniture, clothing, or vintage treasures, you'll find what you need at UGM thrift stores. But checking off your list is not all you'll accomplish. Every purchase and donation opens the doors for men, women, and children experiencing homelessness to get the help they need. Your support provides food and shelter, job training, and holistic recovery services at Union Gospel Mission. Stop in today and offer life change.
Bill's Heating and AC is making it easier than ever to stay comfortable at home. For a limited time, get a full system tune-up for only $59. And we'll include a free smart thermostat. That's right, top quality HVAC service and a smart thermostat, all for just $59. So stay comfortable, save money, and gain 24/7 monitoring and control of your home's comfort by calling 208-777-5528 and scheduling your $59 HVAC tune-up today.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Cooney County Fairgrounds. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
This orphaned cougar cub that is so sweet, found in the Spokane area somewhere, has a new home. He's going to live out the rest of his days at the Northwest Trek Wildlife Park in Eatonville. So here's the story. When the 5-month-old cub was found by Fish and Wildlife, the department says he was malnourished, dehydrated, covered in ticks. And as you can see, he's doing much better eating. What a sweetie.
Yeah, good to see that he's doing better.
That segues into Wildlife Wednesday.
Right.
Yes, we've got some healthy-looking wildlife that are going to tough it out in the wilderness. Let's take a look. First of all, I learned a lot about skunks today. Kirsten says her daughter is learning a lot about skunks at preschool. There's a lot to know.
Skunk experts all around me.
Well, Mark Vogt tells me that the hibernators in North Idaho are starting to wake up, and skunks do not technically hibernate, but they do enter a stage that's just a little less severe than hibernation, so they don't sleep. Torpor is what it's called, and but they are starting to wake up and get a little bit more frisky. I've got some really awful skunk stories. Every dog owner probably has. So with that in mind, be aware that your dogs might be on the hunt for skunks. Shannon Verity shared this beautiful photo of some whitetails out on the Palouse, and you could tell, and look at the background, you can see that winter wheat is starting to green up. I love it in the golden hour light on this. Thank you so much, Shannon. Ron Burdick, an amazing photo of a great blue heron. How these birds fly, they're just incredible, the wingspan on these. But bringing some nesting material back to the nest, as they are prone to do in the spring. And finally, from our friend Larry Crumpleman, a beautiful herd, a small herd of elk on a chilly morning. You can see their breath there in the morning light. Beautiful pictures today. Our high temperature today, 50 degrees, 53 is our average high. We'll be back up at average tomorrow. Started the day off at 37. We'll be quite a bit cooler than that tomorrow morning. We are going to be dropping below freezing in some locations. Sunset tonight at 7:22. Back to average tomorrow, and then above average through the 7-day forecast. We're going to be up to 57 Friday, on our way to a high of 66 on Sunday, maybe a little bit warmer than that, depending on the arrival of some clouds that are going to bring rain for Monday. If those come in a little bit later, we'll be a little bit warmer. And then a little bit of a drop there, but this white line right here is our average high, so not bound to average in the 7-day forecast. Our forecast radar, the last of some showers coming to an end this evening. Here's midnight, but then redeveloping down on the Palouse early tomorrow morning. And because of the timing and the temperature, Pullman getting down below freezing, you may have just a little bit of snow tomorrow morning. Nothing to stick, but here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon with the showers redeveloping a little bit of afternoon convection. It won't last long and will not be the extent of what we saw today. Your planning forecast: after a slight chance of showers tomorrow, we are into the sunshine for at least 2.5, 2 3/4 days. We do have that rain or clouds coming in late Sunday and into a showery Monday. And then we start drying out again as we get into the middle of next week, which is spring break for many local kids. Kirsten?
All right, thank you, Chris. Around the Northwest, a man is behind bars after allegedly robbing a postal worker at gunpoint in Western Washington. It happened just south of Tacoma. The mailman described the attack when Pierce County Sheriff's deputies arrived.
He just came behind me and just put the gun on me.
Okay. I'm sorry that happened, man.
Through his shock, he was still able to describe the suspect car, which deputies found shortly after. They found the mailman's stolen keys and took the suspect into custody.
Well, spring is the season of preparing your house and yard for the warmer temps and front of the sun. Do you have what you need for all of that?
April's a great month to find savings for around the home, inside and out.
Consumer Reports shares some of the best deals to help you spruce up your space this spring. That's coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. And before we go to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Do you have a favorite high school athlete that deserves special recognition? Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite female and male athlete. Each winner will receive Papa Murphy's Pizza for a whole month. 4 News Now, Player of the Month, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 10th. A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning. This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6,000 Window and Doors Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now, when you purchase a 6,000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate based on current utility rebates. Plus, give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
What if you could get brand new windows, entry doors, or patio doors now and pay nothing for 18 months? That's right. Pay nothing until October 2026. No money down, no payment, and no interest. Zero, zilch, nada. Don't wait. Your home deserves this upgrade, and your wallet will thank you. This deal is here for a limited time only. Call Renewal by Anderson today and get 20% off your entire project.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Todd LaRoche. Todd is a volunteer chaplain with the Spokane Police Department.
For over 10 years, Todd has trained and mentored other volunteer chaplains, working together to support families after the loss of a loved one.
I just really love helping people. Unfortunately, it's in the most difficult time of their lives.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
Do you have a favorite high school athlete that deserves special recognition? Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite female and male athlete. Each winner will receive Papa Murphy's Pizza for a whole month. 4 News Now, Player of the Month, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza. 4 News Now is brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Rodeo at the Spokane Arena, May 16th and 17th.
You can be my wingman anytime.
The actor who played Iceman in Top Gun, Val Kilmer, has died. Also known for his roles as Batman, Doc Holliday, and Jim Morrison. In recent years, the actor suffered from throat cancer and had a tracheotomy 7 years ago, which made speaking very challenging. He died at the age of 65 in Los Angeles.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, whooping cough cases are on the rise nationally and are the highest they've been in more than a decade. What health officials are recommending to protect yourself and your children tonight at 11.
Your planning forecast, a slight chance of showers tomorrow, and then it is going to be sunny and warmer weather heading into a beautiful weekend.
Looks pretty great for the weekend, for
I know.
sure.
We were talking about baseball. I am going to throw out the first pitch on Saturday, so it's going to start warming up the arms.
That's right. Get it going. All right, we'll see you tonight at 11 for Night's Edge.